to the Marlboro World Championship F1 Series. Today is race 2 here in Japan. I'm Michael Gaston, joined alongside Brendan Reed. My bad. It's been a while since I've done this. Brendan, what's up? Brendan.
Hello.
What you got?
Hi. Hi. I'm here.
Okay, good. Alright, as you can see, we're loading into the lobby. And we have a solid 15 car field as of now. Don't believe we will have more people joining during qualifying, but as of now, we have 15 drivers.
Join during qualifying.
Christian said that he's going to join during qualifying. As we're waiting for qualifying to start, who are your early picks to win the race, Brendan?
John Sheets. I am going with John. He was faster last year. He won, almost won pole last season. Got wrecked going into turn 1. Came back and won that race.
Again, I've been gone for around 2 months, so I don't know how anyone's level's at, but based off of where we were before I left, my pick is going to be Keenan. That's my pick to win today. Again, I haven't been here for 5 months, so if I'm wrong, don't blame me. But Keenan is my pick to win, as it looks like, let's see, Braden Sisko is pulling out onto the track, along with Fidel Fabian.
John
is pulling out onto the track. Nick Bingham is pulling out onto the track. Gabe Cazzola pulling out onto the racetrack. Someone else is pulling out. I believe that's Hunter Smith pulling out onto the racetrack to start qualifying. So a good amount of cars heading out early on to start qualifying, with Braden Sisko leading the group out. No, sorry, Fidel Fabian led the group out.
On mediums.
An interesting choice, but
Nick. Yeah. So out of the 6 cars we have, only 1 is on softs.
Tim Olsen just pulled out of the pit box.
Will also be on softs. See lap data.
A lot of drivers will actually seem to have the mediums fitted. Travis also has them fitted. So looks like around half our field has the mediums fitted, and the other half will have the softs fitted. So it's pretty even split.
Yeah, surprisingly, just thinking about
More about the race.
A fast lap early on, and then maybe switch to mediums.
Well, remember, for the race, you start on whatever you set your fastest lap on. So I think the guys on the mediums are going to try and pull the 1 stop in the race. Start on the mediums and go to the hards for 1 stop. I think that could be what their strategy is, because whatever you set your fastest lap on is what you will start on. Or they're just trying to scuff the mediums, so that would have a pair of scuffed mediums in the pits whenever they get there during the race. It all depends, but I would say most of these guys who are out on track right now are going to try and do. Oh, what a big wreck right in front of John Sheets! That takes out John Sheets, and that was Jared Bogley spun out right in front of John Sheets, and John just barreled into him. And that's it for John Sheets' qualifying effort.
Jared does have a broken wing.
Jared has a ton of damage, but luckily for him, he is not. Not a ton of damage, but luckily for him, he's not out of the race. He can still continue to qualify. He just needs to go back and repair that damage, so he'll have to sit out for a bit. John is for sure furious.
So that's another.
Tim Olsen off track, trying to get back to pit road. Sorry.
It's another tough break for John here, but maybe he'll be able to work his way through the field early on.
First lap was set by Fidel Fabian, a 131.577. Braden Siskis, it's a 132.429.
Comes the 95 Ferrari of Gabe Cazzola.
Gabe Cazzola also would be a 130.990. Gabe Cazzola also be a really good pick to win today. Has speed everywhere we go. And that number 95 Ferrari.
Let's go on board with Jaden Howard now, John's teammate, who's on the softs.
Nick Bingham just set a lap time of 141.706. 9 seconds off the pace. I don't know if he spun on that lap or not, but we'll definitely try again. As there's Christian Pacheco joining the lobby.
So 16 drivers.
He will miss qualifying and start at the rear, but
Hunter Smith clocks in at 155.9.
I saw Hunter around at one point, so I know that he was. So that is probably why his lap time is that slow. As again, Jaden Howard coming across the line, he's going to jump to P2 with 131.144 on the soft. So that just tells you how good of a lap Gabe Cazzola put up to be still on pole on the mediums while Jaden Howard ran the softs.
Travis the third.
Good run for Travis, just barely beating Fidel Fabian. Donald's still in the pits. Yeah, Keenan, has he set a lap?
Nope, but he's starting his lap.
Keenan is starting his lap now. Tim Olson on his out lap. Jake Kumar still in the pits. Jared on his out lap, and Wolfgang spun around on his out lap in the Williams. And again, Bogey and Jake Kumar don't seem to be making any movement. As Donald Stern actually is now going out of the pits. Nick Bingham's out of the session. Don't know if he voluntarily retired or if he had an incident. As Hunter Smith is going to go to the top of the charts with a 138.27. What a lap set by that Haas.
Really good after the week he had last week at Austria. Him and his teammate both having not too good of races. Donald started on the pole, but ended up DNFing. So, Keenan is actually your winner from last week, winning that by almost 30 seconds.
30 seconds?
Well, it was a 30-second lead at one point. Maybe it was 3 seconds. I forgot.
Alright. Well, again, Keenan coming to the end of his lap here. So, let's see what Keenan will conjure up here as Jaden Howard is now retired from the session. Coming to the line, fourth best for Keenan Kember, last week's winner.
Let's see what Tim Olson does now.
Yeah, Tim Olson really the only other one on a lap, unless Travis is going to try and better his. Travis is actually coming to the finish. That's a Williams in front of him without a wing. I believe that is Wolfgang Velpel. Yep, that is Wolfgang, who is missing a wing. Little contact with Travis. He's going to almost spin Travis. Wow. Oh, we have to be taking a look at by the mods as he's going to follow Wolfgang in. And again, Tim Olson. And a long front straight. He just hit a purple sector 2. Tim Olson is flying around this racetrack. He just hit a purple sector 2. Through the final couple corners, let's see what Tim Olson can do here. Through the final corner, coming to the line. Seventh. Before a purple sector 2, that just shows you how good he is in sector 2. I wonder what he can do if he can get the other sector as well.
Bogey making his first start of the season after he got a double podium last week in the SJC race. And
a little off track there. The number 98 looking to have a strong run today. And both the Racing Points are now pulling out on track. Jake Gumar and Jared Bogley are now out on track doing their out laps. I'm interested to see what Bogie can do today as he heads towards the spoon curb.
Now probably going through the fastest section of the track, this long uphill straight.
This corner right here, you can full throttle it, just it depends on whether you get scared or not. That corner right, that little kink right there. May seem a little sharp to be able to full throttle it, but you can. And off track goes Bogey. He's going to collect it. He's going to come to finish his lap. He'll probably still be ahead of Nick Bingham, and he going at 1:34.643. Now, honestly, if he didn't go off, I feel like he would have definitely beat Braden Sisko.
Fabian
maybe
Tim Olsen across the line. Fabian to the top.
No, Fabian switched to the softs, and he goes to go right to the top. He's forfeiting that one-stop strategy. That's for sure.
As Jake is not on his lap, Jared again with issues.
Is he missing his wing again?
Yep.
Jared again missing his wing as Jake Gumar starting his lap.
Gets up there.
Wolfgang Velpel back out on his out lap. So Wolfgang and Jared seem to have a lot of troubles today on their out lap. It'll be interesting to see how they do in the race, because those two guys do not seem to have a strong handle of this racetrack. As Jake Gumar just hit a purple sector 1.
It looks like he's coming up on a... Yeah.
On a Haas, and then that was an Alfa Romeo. That was probably Bogey. Yeah, that was Ryan Bogey. He caught up to. Coming into the spoon curb. Let's see what Jake Gumar's lap will have for us in the number 81 Force India. It's not even a Force India anymore. It's a Racing Point. My bad.
Racing Point. Yeah.
I'm so used to calling it Force India. Travis Van Nistelrooy and Braden Sisko are coming back out. A purple sector 2. So Jake Gumar is flying on this lap. On the mediums too. Got too much of the curb there. I think it'll matter. Through the final corner. Jake Gumar flew on this lap. But it's not going to be enough. It's only going to put him at 6th. Hopping that curb must have hurt him a lot. Hopping that curb must have been too... Sorry, but hopping that curb must have cost him a lot of time there, because he was on track to steal that pole away from Fidel Fabian.
Wolfgang spun out once again.
Jared back on his out lap. I think Wolfgang's gonna... I can't see the damage just because of the camera angle I have, but... And Wolfgang just...
Yeah, I can't...
Doesn't seem to be his day today. Not much damage on that Williams. Again, Jared back on his out lap. Let's see if he can make it. No offense to Jared, but let's see if he can make it through this out lap without getting any damage. Lots of cars are actually heading back out. Oh, and there goes Jared!
Hitting the back of...
I believe that was Braden Sisko. Ran right into the back of Braden Sisko. I don't know what Braden is doing.
Braden's on his out lap.
Do they have? Is there puncture? Is there simulation damage in this?
No, it's
full.
Full.
Not simulation.
Yeah.
Okay, I was about to say there's a chance that he could have a puncture.
Kills the sign.
Probably just trying to get and kills another sign. Probably out of sheer anger.
Want to say Fabian back out
on the mediums. Donald still has not set a lap. Wolfgang at least set his lap with 2:17.666. Wolfgang seems to be struggling.
cause a lot of problems for these drivers.
It's a very technical racetrack, so it's a lot of turns, not a lot of fast portions on the racetrack, not a lot of good passing zones. Really, the only good passing zones are into the hairpin, into turn 1, and into the spoon curve. That's more than most tracks, but here you really have to single file out after that first turn.
If not, there will be a big crash going into the next few turns.
Into the S's.
Yeah.
Again, just looking to see if Wolfgang Velpel can improve on that lap. He has had some decent luck this lap too. Has not spun out yet.
Ryan Bogey back out.
Yep. Heading into the. Here we go. Wolfgang Velpel having a strong lap through the final couple corners. Wolfgang Velpel will get an 11 starting position of the 135.532. Donald Stern heading out for his out lap, trying to finally get that lap in, making some adjustments to his setup for a while as Tim Olson retires from the session.
Braden Cisco to the top.
What a lap for Braden. That's a big turnaround from what he did earlier. That's almost a 2-second time drop, but also he did switch tire compounds.
Toro Rosso looks fast as last week they both qualified inside the top 5, and today they're inside, both of them again inside the top 6.
So again, I think that Toro Rosso will be a threat to force to be reckoned with. I think that team looks very strong this season.
Can Fabian improve? No, he can't.
Fabian did not improve on his lap.
Let's see if Ryan Bogey improves on his lap.
Donald Stern coming to the end of Sector 1 on his first lap. Looks to be having a strong run. He's hoping to have a strong run.
Lost the back end right there.
Didn't seem like nothing he couldn't handle though. That's.
Yeah, let's say just snapped around a little bit, but not too bad.
And again, that's a factor when you put on these soft tires. They're very slick. It helps with speed. But you will lose the back end a lot.
Oh yeah.
As Wolfgang Velpel retires from the session, with a minute 18 to go. Let's see what Donald Stern. He just had a purple sector 2. Can the Haas go to the top of the charts and dethrone Braden Cisco?
To be back-to-back poles
through the final corner. Donald Stern is going to go to 7th. So he's winding the car down, so probably not a repeat pole. Oh, Jake Kumar left the session. Interesting. Keenan on his out lap. I don't know if he's being patient or not, trying to wait till the last second. I don't know who that is behind him. I think that's Travis behind him.
He's probably trying to slow
Travis is trying to get
down.
a slip. I think Keenan. Travis was going to try and get slipstream off of Keenan, and Keenan knew that, so he was slowing down until Travis didn't feel like he could make it back to the line. I don't even know if Keenan will make it back to the line. I think, no, Keenan's got enough time. Here he goes. Keenan Kimber. Last week's winner, going to try and gun for that pole on the softs this time. Could we see a Toro Rosso front row? He got it just in time. Donald's actually, my bad, he was not winding down. He is still going after that pole. Thinks that he can better that 7th place lap time. And Travis can try and better that 9th place lap time.
It looks like Travis set a purple sector 1.
Yeah, Travis did set a purple sector 1. Let's see what Keenan will do through sector 1. Not a purple sector 1.
This will be a big part of the track for Travis.
Let's just see. Into the spoon curb. A little too much of the curb. He clipped the grass a little bit through there. Now into the fastest portion of the racetrack. Let's see how. Oh, Keenan Kimber. Nope, that was Braden. Never mind. Keenan through the spoon curb.
Sector
Clean. Travis has just set a purple sector 2. No mistakes through the final 3 corners. We could be seeing a new pole sitter through the final corner. Top of the charts by a half a second. What a lap for Travis Van Oostendorp as Keenan Kimber comes to the final corner. What will he do? Second, a 134. And then Donald returned to the pits. And I believe that's it for qualifying.
Your lineup is set.
So on pole, the Travis Van Oostendorp with a late, strong last lap. To his outside, sharing row 1 with him will be Keenan Kimber, last week's winner. Teammates Keenan Kimber, Braden Sisko will be starting in P3, Fidel Fabian in P4, Hunter Smith in P5, P6 will be Gabe Cazzola, P7 Jaden Howard, P8 Donald Stern, P9 Jake Gumar, 10th will be Tim Olson, 11th will be Ryan and Bogey, 12th will be Wolfgang Velpel, 13th will be Nick Bingham,
then John Sheets, and 14th
will be Jared Bogley, 15th Jared Bogley, and starting 16th, if Christian never left the lobby, it'll be Christian Pacheco. We'll be starting in 16th. So we're only 4 cars away from having a full field, so it's a pretty good showing for race 2. Don't you agree?
Yeah, this is about what we usually expect on a weekend basis, double digits. Just curious about going into turn 1. What's going to happen going into turn 1? I think that's more of the question.
Really, all I think is that if we just, as long as they straighten out through turns 1 and 2, I think that we will single file out through turns 1 and 2. I think we will be fine. Again, a 16-car field. If Jake Gumar comes back, I don't know what happened to him. Jake is back.
Oh, there he goes. So, a 15-car field now.
But again, I don't even know how many laps we're doing. But Japan is a tough racetrack, and with 16 drivers, it'll be interesting to see what happens. Do we have a formation lap?
Yes.
All right, and we do have a formation lap. Jake Gumar, is he still here? No, we still do have 16. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Nope. So I guess the 9th spot will just be vacant, as Wolfgang Velp will just drop to the back for the formation lap. Again, Travis Van Oostendorp had a blistering lap. I think we all slept on him right there. I did not expect him to win that pole, but he did.
From what he was showing early on, no. I didn't expect Keenan to be up there either, going into the final few minutes of qualifying. But this is what we get on a week out basis, surprises. So.
And again, it'll be interesting to see what John Sheets can do. Starting from the 14th position, it'll be interesting to see what he can do climbing from the back to the field. As you all know that John has to have a good car. He is right now lined up with his teammate Jaden Howard.
And he was very confident about this race too, all day.
So there's some confidence in that number 72 Red Bull. So the question is, will he be able to back it up? Oh, Nick Bingham just slams the wall. And the Spoon curb. Well then. Interesting formation lap as the cars are getting ready to form back up. And Travis Van Oostendorp, your pole sitter, is going to lead the field off the lights. There's a lot of cars just cut that final corner. Holy cow. Donald and Tim looks like they were disqualified from the session. And there's Jake Gumar sitting there.
Is that? No, I think that's Jared.
No, I think that's Jake's AI. The AI will run until he joins.
If he does.
Yep. No, that is. I think that's Christian. Again, here we go. The lights. I can't see the lights.
One,
here
two,
we go.
3, 4, 5.
5. Lights are out and away we go in Japan. Bit of a wheel spin on all the drivers, but looks like Travis Van Oostendorp, we're going to come away with the lead easily. Fidel Fabian in the third into turn 1. John Sheets with a big move up to 10th, up to 9th, already gained 5 spots off the start. Gabe Gazzola up to 4th.
And they do single out.
Oh, car off track. That's Nick Bingham in the S's. Nick Bingham off track in the S's. He falls all the way back to 13. Jared Bogley was gone around on the first lap because he's back in 15th. But again, Travis Van Oostendorp has stretched a half a second lead over 3/10 lead now over Keenan Kimber, who's in the slipstream.
There's Fabian Green also. He gained a spot, I believe.
He did gain a spot. Braden Sisko dropped back 2 spots off that start. He's back to 5th.
Oh!
Keenan Kimber
to the back of Keenan.
And Fidel Fabian going to move into 2nd, but that's also going to help Travis get a 0.6-second lead over Fabian now.
Does have wing damage too.
A little bit of wing damage there, but I don't believe that will affect him that much. It's not very severe. Up.
John
actually
getting around.
Keenan just went off track, and that's going to give Gabe Gazzola the 3rd position. Again, Gabe Gazzola now has set sights on Fidel Fabian heading into the final 2 corners. It's going to be Travis Bennett. What just happened? Braden Sisko.
Christian around.
Christian Pacheco around, and the 2 Toro Rossos are off track. A wacky last couple corners.
John,
Braden Sisko has
8 spots.
John up 8 spots in the first lap. That's just insane.
And maybe 9. Can't get around Donald right there.
Again, Braden Sisko pulls into the pits. He must have some severe wing damage.
And Gabe gets around him. And John's now in the P5.
His car off track, and there goes around Jared Bogley into the outside wall in the back of the track. In the back of the field, Bogley lost a big portion of his wing.
That's a hard hit.
As Gabe Gazzola got by Fidel Fabian for 2nd, and now is setting his sights on the McLaren of Travis Van Oostendorp. And John Sheets now up to 5th. He is flying through this field. They're only on lap 2 out of 27. As Fidel Fabian must have gone off track, and now he's back to 5th. John only 1 spot away from being on that podium, and we're only 2 laps in. He's up 10 spots before he started. He just hit a purple sector too. John Sheets is flying. And again, sort of fastest lap set by Travis Van Oostendorp. Let's see what John can set. John says a 1:33, almost half a second faster than Van Oostendorp. DRS has now been enabled.
As you see that nice shot of your top 5 going by. That was a pretty cool camera right there.
And Jaden Howard sitting in 7th. Not much gain from where he started. How about Christian Pacheco? Started 15th and now up to 9th. He's having a great run too.
Oh, into the grass!
Points. And Braden Sisko is out of the session. Jared Bogley now As Fidel
Safety
Fabian, safety car, in race number 2, we have a safety car for Braden Sisko.
What?
That is not what Travis wanted to see, not at all.
Especially with that Red Bull of John, as fast as he is.
And he had a 5-second lead. And it's gone.
Gabe.
That 5-second lead is gone. And Gabe went off track.
It looks like Hunter got into the game.
But he does have some wing damage. You can see that on Gabe Gazzola's car. Is there? No, not much wing damage. There is a little bit. Not much. Gabe Gazzola definitely not happy. Not happy.
Fabian Green will probably come into the pits to fix his wing damage.
Alright, let's see who will be coming into the pits. No, Fabian
Travis
will stay out.
Pits. Hunter stays out. John in the pit road.
Travis and John will pit. Fabian will stay out. Donald will come in as long with Jay, Nick,
Gabe.
Gabe. Christian comes in. Keenan comes in. Wolfgang will stay out. Tim Olson is in the pits. Ryan Bogey will come into the pits, and Jared Bogey is working on catching back up to the field. So we're going to be at 4 drivers stay out, and it looks like 3 drivers stay out actually, and it looks like Travis won the race off pit road over John Sheets. Donald came out in 6th. Gabe gained a couple spots as he will come out in 7th. Christian Pacheco gained a spot. Jay Howard lost 2 spots. Nick Bingham lost a few spots as everyone's now off of pit road. Question is, will Jared Bogley come to pit road? As he just did come to pit road, so I don't know if he will or not. As we see a mix of strategy here, we saw Travis put on a fresh set of softs. John went to a pair of mediums. Donald to some hards. Gabe to some softs. Christian and Jay went to hards. Nick, Tim, and Keenan are on the mediums. Bogey on the hards. And Jared on the softs. So if you're on the hards right now, you're basically trying to make it to the end of this race.
You're basically trying to make this into a one-stop race right now.
So basically, these people on the hards have to run 24 laps to make it to the end of this race. Again, that's a long time on these hards, especially with the conditions some of these are in. But I'm interested to see what Travis and Gabe's strategy is going to the softs. They're going to have to pit again. So
they're probably trying to two-stop it. If you took softs or mediums, you will try to two-stop as
Fidel Fabian and
Wolfgang
Velpel have now come into the pits. Now the only car still staying out is
and here
Hunter
you see
Smith.
That safety car shot. Get rid of all of that so you guys could get a better scene of it. But John Sheets up 12 spots. 11.
And how about this? Wolfgang Velpel and Fidel Fabian both put on hards to try and go the rest of the way under this screen without pitting. Now again, that will be a lot of wear to deal with, and I don't know if some of these guys who took the hards will be able to deal with that amount of wear once it gets up there. I do believe, though, the safety car will probably come in this lap. It all depends on whether Jared can catch back up or not. This lap or not. I'll be interested to see if Hunter Smith will pit this time by, or if he'll just keep the track position, not risk losing anymore.
He'll probably keep the track position, but we saw a crazy. We didn't even see what I thought we were going to see in turn 1. I thought it was going to be bigger than what it was.
But and again, it's not like he's at much of a disadvantage. Sorry, you go ahead.
We did see other incidents in other parts of the track, like in the final 2 turns. We saw teammates wreck each other. And we saw Christian Pacheco spin, but he's back up to 6th. So far, I would say a pretty interesting race, seeing John Sheets go from 14th all the way to 3rd in 5 laps. So, main question is, now since he's up here, can he maintain the pace?
Safety car is coming in this lap. Sorry to interrupt you there, but safety car is coming in this lap. So we will be going green. Hunter Smith, who's on 3-lap older tires than the rest of the field. Let's see what he can do. Green flag is back in the air. We're racing once again in Suzuka. Good jump for as Donald actually passed Gabe Cazzola off the start, as again Hunter Smith got a great jump. As here comes Travis Van Nieuwsendorp. No, looking around the car.
A late block from Hunter.
Late block, but it worked. It got the job done. Hunter will keep the lead for it, even if it is just a second. Those fresh softs on that number. I can't tell what number Travis is from here. I think it's 47.
Yeah.
Number 47 McLaren will definitely help him a lot. It's a little loose for Hunter Smith.
Gabe
making a move on John Sheets. John able to hold him off though. Oh, now Gabe goes back to the inside again through the hairpin. Still side by side. But again, Gabe will still have the preferred line heading into the spoon curve. So I think John's have to give away on this position. John clears him.
Hangs on to it.
That's just the straight line speed I think he has. And if they battle, they're going to lose Travis Van Nieuwsendorp, and Travis is going to be able to hunt down that Haas that's in the lead right now. Pitch Pacheco up in 5th.
I'm not sure if DRS is on.
DRS will not be on till lap 8. DRS will not be back on till lap 8. So again, new fastest lap of the race. Hunter Smith set the fastest lap of the race, so
John has put a gap between him and Gabe.
Yeah, a bit of a gap between John and Gabe now, but now the question is, can John hunt down Travis Van Nieuwsendorp? Again, Gabe and Travis are on that same strategy, it seems like. They're going to have to stop again. Depending with Jared will definitely have to stop again as well. So, I don't know.
John, purple sector 1.
And I expect a lot of things out of John this race. And John, he was talking about it all day. He was excited. The 2 Phoenix races in the NASCAR side of things definitely didn't go his way today. But I think if this race goes well, I think he will definitely make those 2 NASCAR races feel much better.
And he will have the slipstream on Travis.
Again, not a passing zone up here, but if you can stay close enough, they're actually both getting a huge run on Hunter Smith. A late dive by Van Nieuwsendorp. That's going to side by side coming to the line. Little bump. Side by side, and I think it's still going to be Hunter Smith leading. They're going to be 3 wide. DRS is now enabled. Almost 3 wide coming on the front straightaway. Into turn 1 they go. 3 cars under a blanket battling for the lead. Maybe 4. Here comes Gabe Cazzola. All 4 of them within a second of each other. Gabe Cazzola a little off track on a little dive on John Sheets. And again, Hunter Smith holding his ground on those old mediums. Oh, virtual safety car is out. I believe that is for Nick Bingham, who is severe damage.
Christian off track.
Christian Pacheco with some damage. Jay Howard with some damage.
Keenan with damage.
Yeah, Keenan has damage.
Jared got through it.
Jared got through it, so 11th, 12th, 13th, and 14th all have damage. All cars though able to get away from the scene of the crash.
This is looking like a good race for these Alpha cars, though.
As DRS is back enabled, and they are getting ready to go back racing. As John Sheets actually about to get passed by Gabe Cazzola, took advantage of that virtual safety car, and now he is up in third. But John coming right back with a slipstream. From the outside, and there goes John Sheets.
That
into the
is
kick.
a DRS
John's going to
though,
clear
too.
him. That's a power move right there.
I believe that is one of the DRS.
And Travis
ones.
Van Oostendorp able to get by Hunter Smith for the lead. Back to the point is Travis Van Oostendorp, who actually does have the DRS, and he will probably pull away from Hunter Smith. What a drive for Travis Van Oostendorp so far.
Gabe loses it.
Gabe lost it through turn one.
Nice
He was off
save.
track, and what a save by that 95 Ferrari. Holy cow.
Oh, wow.
That's going to allow John to breathe a little bit and now set his sights on Hunter Smith. Try and get up in the second.
I think he's focusing more on that lead than second.
Oh, and again, I think if he focuses on that lead too much, he will make mistakes. He has to focus on the car in front of him. Take him one at a time if he wants to get to that front. You can't focus on first place or 3 or 4 cars in front of you. You have to focus one car at a time. I have learned that if you try and focus too far on multiple spots ahead on you, you will make mistakes and you will feel like you're running out of time. Just focus on the car in front. Look at him as he is running down Hunter Smith with ease. Little to no effort on that run. Again, as he's almost back within a second, he actually lost some time on the straightaway. So definitely not a straight line car. That I think John mainly focused on get through these tight corners. As again, a good portion of this track is tight corners.
Yeah. Hunter will have DRS, but doesn't.
Hunter attempts. Nope, not going to be close enough again. Gabe Cazzola pits and Nick Bingham retires from the session.
Have
Just
no
not
idea.
And we're
Another
back under the
safety
safety car. And again, once Travis Van Oostendorp starts pulling away under the
Gabe has pitted.
So here's a good thing for Gabe. He's gotten the pit stop out of the way. He will not need to come in under the safety car. So Gabe Cazzola will probably take the lead under the safety car. So that's a bit of luck for Gabe Cazzola. He was going to fall back to 12th and have to work his way back up. But now that safety car came out, he will probably be in the lead. Again, let's check. Again, Travis is probably furious at this point. I mean, every time he seems to get the lead, he gets a safety car comes out. So, and not even halfway in, we've already had 2 safety cars. And let's see who's going to come into pit here. I believe Travis will definitely be coming into pit here.
Oh, yeah.
Especially with those worn-out softs. If Travis comes in, the top three will come in. Tim Olson, who sits in 4th now. Let's see if he will come in the number 12 right now.
Yeah,
yep, Tim Olson is in. See if Donald Stern and Fidel Fabian will come in. Donald Stern will come in. Fabian will stay out another lap. Same thing with Wolfgang Velpel. He'll stay out another lap. Yeah, they're both on hards. So I think that they will try and run the rest of this race.
And nothing changes off of pit road. Gabe can only get back up to
Gabe does not beat John off of pit road, but Christian will be ahead of him. So Gabe will be in 7th. Christian will be in 6th. So if Fabian and Wolfgang do pit, the lineup will be Travis, Hunter, John, Christian, Gabe. That will be your top 5 if Fabian and Wolfgang pit. Again, we are down to 13 cars out of the 16 that started. Jake Kumar left the session. Braden Sisko and Nick Bingham have wrecked out of the session. So they are the reason why we are under these 2 safety cars. The other reason why we've had 2 safety cars so far this race. Fidel Fabian has had an interesting strategy. Wait a lap, then pit. That's what he did last time. I don't know if he'll do that this time.
If he does, kind of playing it smart. Not strategy I would usually go with. I try to get the most out of the tires. But if it works for him, it works for him. He had the speed in qualifying.
I mean, yeah. Again, I'm happy to see that we're actually being able to see what John can do, because again, he got taken out in qualifying. We couldn't see what that car was capable of. And he's driven it up from 14th.
Wolfgang will pit, though.
Yeah, Wolfgang does come in and pit. I would have figured that he would come in and pit. So I believe he is probably going to switch to the medium.
Will come in and pit this lap?
No, I think if Fabian's committed to this one-stop strategy. So Wolfgang Velpel will go to the mediums and try to run the rest of the way on mediums. Again, he's got 16 laps on the mediums, and these mediums can definitely stretch that distance. So
Hunter Smith goes to the hards.
I think he's just making sure for the wear that it doesn't overwear and he doesn't lose time. And also, he started on the medium, so he has to go a compound slower.
Oh yeah.
In order to not get disqualified. So that's why he went to the hards. If he had a choice, he would have gone to the mediums. But because he started on those mediums, he had to go to the hards, and I think that may be why Fabian, Hunter, and Christian are on hards, because they started on the softs. I mean, on the mediums. My God, I can't talk. But again, Fabian will get jumped on this start, Christian will get jumped on this start, and Hunter will get jumped on this start. That's just going to be what happens, because they are on. The Fabian's on old hards. The hards are 4/10 slower than on average 4/10 slower than the softs and the mediums, and
who
a
knows?
1.5 seconds slower than the softs. So
maybe this is all part of a plan John has.
Yes, I mean John could. If I feel like if it ends up being just John and Travis, I think John has the better car, because John was running Travis down on mediums while Travis was on softs.
Oh, definitely.
So safety car is coming in this lap. So I think this could very well be John's race. He can get league win number 98 today.
That would be a big milestone for him.
That would put him only 2 away from 100.
And he could get it.
Very well, this could be his day. Backing way off is Fidel Fabian coming to the green flag. And he accelerates and off, and away we go again. Green flag is back out in Suzuka. 1-3 start for Travis Van Oostrum. He's going to try and take the lead right away. Van Oostrum going to go to the lead.
The top
into turn
4.
1.
We're 2 by 2.
As again, John Sheets battling on the outside, side by side heading into the S's. Christian Pacheco trying to do whatever he can to get by John Sheets, and he is. He's going to shove John off the race. Tim Olsen wrecks out. Tim wrecks out. I don't know if that will be another safety car or not, but Tim Olsen now out of the race. Oh, we wanted to see. He was having an outstanding run. And again, Travis Van Oostendorp
really
is out to his lead.
John.
Christian's going to be aggressive. He knows John has the better car, and as soon as John gets by, he will immediately start hounding these guys in front of him.
Donald Stern up to 6. Keenan driving back up to 7th as of now.
Again, Keenan does have a good car. He qualified 2nd. Don't count him out, but I just don't know. I think he's too far behind at this point. I think if John wastes any more time behind Christian, he's going to run out of opportunities to catch Travis, as he's going to go to the inside.
Continuing
Christian's
to block.
Aggressive defense. Wow. Again, side by side down the straightaway heading into the kink. Christian a little wide. And John will have to give up the position. But a bit of a track extension by Christian Pacheco. Is much better run off the corner for John Sheets. He's going to get to the inside. He's going to have the preferred line heading into turn 1.
And he did have DRS too, so that also helps.
Remember that safety car 2 laps after the... Oh, go
Did
John
Christian
Sheets!
hit him?
I don't know. I didn't get a good angle on that, but John Sheets goes around. Must have lost it below Christian Pacheco. And he is back to 7th. Not what John Sheets wanted to happen at all. And again, that pretty much could secure as Gabe Gazzola wrecks on the entrance of pit road. Trying to get in the pit road. And Gabe Gazzola puts us back onto the virtual safety cars. There's a ton of damage on Jared Bogley's number 83 Racing Point. He's missing his whole front wing. He's going to have to definitely come into the pits. He's in sector 1, so he's going to have a while to get back in there.
Look at Ryan Bogie in the points paying position.
As Gabe Gazzola angrily will leave the session. And let's see what's going on in the group chat as we are now off the safety chat.
I still very confused about what was going on right there between Christian.
Again, we have a battle brewing for second. Sorry to interrupt you. We have a battle brewing for second between Fidel Fabian and Hunter Smith. Seems like Fabian's holding up Hunter. Again, Christian is catching both of them, though, as there goes Hunter around the inside into second place. John Sheets, you can see him entering turn 1 in 7th. He's a good portion behind, but not much really he can do. He is 7.5 seconds behind the leader, Travis Van Oostendorp. So again, not much he can do at this point, just to hope for another safety car, really. Punch back up the field. And again, a strong race for the only McLaren in the field, Travis Van Oostendorp.
And it has been a really strong race for Travis. Qualifying on pole.
I mean, he pretty much qualified on pole. He's putting on a clinic today. He's got a... what happened to Fabian and Hunter? Because they just dropped back 2 seconds. Fabian actually got by Hunter, and Hunter's going to actually try and go to the outside of Fabian. Into the kink they go, and here comes Christian Pacheco following. Keenan Kimmer making a daring move on Donald Stern to get into 5th, and now he's going to try and he's stuck on the outside, and he's going to have to settle for 6th. I just saw some debris go flying. I don't know from who. But again, Travis Van Oostendorp set the fastest lap of the race. And John Sheets, a man on a mission. You just hear it in the way he's driving the car, braking much later than he used to. Again, I am excited to see what John can do today.
And he...
Especially with his...
right up the
drive. Yeah, he's running them down. He could easily get up to 2nd from here. I mean, it's more the fact that they're backing up to him. Donald Stern just had to give away. Donald Stern went off track. And that puts John Sheets into 6th. And we just said a purple sector 1, by the way.
That he is a man on a mission. He wants to get back up there. He has the time. He has 12 laps. He could do it.
At this point, I would say a 2nd place finish for John Sheets would be a win. With the amount of stuff that has happened on the spin, getting wrecked in qualifying, a 2nd place finish will 100% be a win for that guy, for John Sheets. For that team, with Jay struggling qualifying and struggling in the race, being involved in that wreck earlier on.
And Keenan making... Oh, Christian!
Oh, Keenan!
Oh, my God!
Christian and Fabian just wrecked! And that puts John up into 4th!
John missed all of that.
Somehow!
Wow.
Fabian lost a big chunk of his wing, and Christian Pacheco going to have to come into the pits. Fidel Fabian.
What being over-aggressive gets you in F1.
Well, also, yep. Fidel Fabian also coming into the pits. Now here we go. John Sheets up to 4th. Now he's going to try and set his sights on Keenan Kimber. And then if he gets by Keenan, he's going to start setting his sights on Hunter Smith. But again, I think the hards are definitely the move to go. He's got a big run on Keenan Kimber right now.
If Keenan is smart, he knows John is faster than him right now.
Yep, Keenan's gonna lay over and let John go.
Gonna try to
or not, he has the over-under. He tried to do the under-over. The over-under, my bad. Not going to be enough though, as John Sheets going to take the 3rd position. Now set his sights on Hunter Smith.
Somewhat of a gap between them too. Not a big gap, but still.
Again, just a strong car. He's driving away on the straightaway while Keenan has the slipstream. That's just how good of a car John Sheets has. And he's running down. He's doing his best to try and run down Hunter Smith. I don't know if he is or not.
Currently want to say they both cut time into Travis.
They're both definitely cutting time into Travis for sure. But I think Hunter, the reason why is because the hards, like I said, they don't wear as fast. They're more grippy and they stay good a lot longer than the mediums. So I think Hunter, if he plays this right, he could definitely have a shot at the win at the end of this thing. And again, we have 11 cars left out of the 16 that were qualified. As we're back under the safety car.
Keenan
Kimber went around.
Ryan Bogey.
Yep, and Ryan Bogey were involved in an incident, and that, again, not a good run, but know who that saves? John Sheets. He's right back up there, once again.
Probably not who Travis wanted to see.
Fabian getting a new wing as well, so I think Fabian was also part of the reason for that safety car. There's multiple incidents at once, and Travis got to be furious, because every time he gets to a decent lead, there is a safety car comes out. It's our 3rd safety car of the day. My God. Again, we are under 10 to go. We're at 9 to go. So based on how this is going, who do you think is going to win? As Travis stays out and everyone else comes into the pits.
With that move right there, look who went on the softs.
John and Hunter go on to the softs. Donald's getting a new wing and also going on to the softs. Jaden Howard is going to gain a ton of positions on pit road. Jaden Howard going to go to 5th. And Travis on some worn out mediums. Maybe staying out was not a good idea.
No.
With 9 laps to go, these softs will be strong.
Oh yeah. Especially for that, what is it, 72? Yeah.
Yeah, 72 Red Bull of John Sheets. So again, so based off of this development, who is your favorite right now with these
John.
With 9 laps to go to win this thing?
John.
I have to agree with you. And with the move that Jay just pulled on pit road where he gained a ton of positions, honestly, Jay could be a threat for a podium now. Could we see a double podium for Red Bull today?
Just hope Christian isn't overly aggressive again. You're in an open wheel car. No need to be blocking. You can't side draft.
You can side draft, you can technically block, but for F1, you're normally only allowed one move of anticipation. After that, you have to if they move to the other side, you have to let them. Let's see if Travis comes in to switch to the softs. At this point, Travis will stay out. He will stick with the mediums. He thinks his raw pace is good enough to stay in the lead.
You see all the signs, go back in.
So again, no one's going to pit, I don't think. And it's been an exciting race, to say the least.
As this man has stayed around the same spot all race. Donald Stern, he's been 6th. We haven't really talked about him besides that one time where John was battling with him and he lost it and went off track. So maybe Donald going on to the softs, maybe if mistakes happen within the top 5, he could be a threat for the podium as well. But with Travis on the mediums, I don't like that decision. We'll most probably restart with 6 to go.
Yep. And again, it'll be really an interesting finish to this thing. 11 cars, 11 great drivers, really. But I think we really do only have like 3 guys really in contention for that win, and that's Travis. If Travis can hold these guys off, he's Superman.
I'll be impressed.
He is Superman.
Mikey, you weren't supposed to kill him.
But yeah, if we get Hunter, really, the favorites right now are going to be Hunter and John. Those two will be going at it for this win. The only reason why I don't add Christian, because Christian has a good car, but his softs are 2 laps older.
So,
the reason why I don't say Christian is because his softs are 2 laps older, and on the softs, a single lap will make a ton of difference between tires.
oh yeah, definitely. You see Travis 9 lap mediums.
So
That
again,
right
laying back is Hunter and John were laying back. Is the safety car coming in this time?
No, Jared isn't up
Nope. Or Fabian. Oh, Keenan comes back into the pits again.
Come on, Bogey. I want
back
Bogey
into the
to
pits.
get points. I want Ryan Bogey to get
Looks like
points.
he's putting another set of fresh rubber and a little bit fresher tires than the rest of the field. Like I said, a lap on these softs make a huge difference. Even if it is under yellow, under the safety car, a lap under safety car, you're still turning, you're still burning rubber off those tires.
I also don't like how cold, how do I want to put this? I don't like the temperature that Travis's tires are losing during the safety car. They are cooling down probably a lot right now. I wish there should be a way to see it.
Again, right now our biggest mover of the race is Christian Pacheco, up 12 spots. Second is John Sheets, who is up 11, and our biggest loser today is Braden Cisco, who's minus 12. So again, a lot of overtakes this race. I would not be surprised to see if we get any more today.
Yeah.
I think everyone is here, so I believe the safety car will come in this lap.
That
again,
Mercedes AMG safety car.
So again, for this restart, here's our top. Let's go through the field. First is Travis Van Uysendorp. Then we have Hunter Smith, John Sheets, Christian Pacheco, Jaden Howard, Donald Stern, Wolfgang Velpel, Keenan Kimber, Fidel Fabian, Jared Bogley, and Ryan Bogey will make up our 11-car field for this restart.
The safety car is in.
We will have 6 laps to decide the winner. Will Travis Van Uysendorp hold on to his continue to dominate this race. Green flag is back in the air. We are racing once again in Suzuka. What a jump for Travis Van Nistelrooy. He had a huge jump for the slipstream by the Haas of Hunter Smith is going to help him landing into turn 1. John Sheets peeked to the inside of the Haas. As Jaden Howard dropped a ton of positions, he's back to 9th. What happened to Jay? Jay went off track, and he's back to 11th. He went from 5th to 11th. Travis going to try and hold him off. Through sector 1, here comes John Sheets looking to the inside. John Sheets trying to get around Hunter Smith, not enough, as the 3 cars have put a pretty significant gap between them and Keenan Kimber. Around goes Jared Bogley. Bogley almost spun in front of the field, but caught it before anything could happen. Actually, no, Donald and Christian were the ones that spun. My bad.
Oh, wow.
So Christian now back to 11th and Donald back in 10th.
Wide.
Travis is holding on like a champ. Again, the 2 are battling behind him. Actually, a purple sector 2 for Travis Van Oostendorp with 11 lap old mediums. He's driving the wheels off that thing, just trying to keep this lead. Coming to 4 laps remaining, Travis Van Oostendorp still holds on to this lead. Hunter Smith is going to set the fastest lap. He's going to look to the inside. Hunter Smith to the inside. Going into turn 1. Van Oostendorp going to hold on, though. What a dive into turn 1. He just seems to have the speed through the corners. The straightaway speed goes to the other 2, but the speed through the corners seems to go to Travis Van Oostendorp.
Oh, yeah.
And 4 laps remaining. No, 5 laps remaining. My bad. And Hunt, he's holding him off. He's driving the wheels off that McLaren, and he's basically saying, you gotta force me off or wreck me if you want to take this thing away from me. He is determined to take home this win.
Oh yeah, definitely. Being able to hold off on 12 lap old mediums compared to fresh softs.
Not very fresh anymore. They got 2 green flag laps on them.
Pressure.
Hunter Smith with a big gain, a big loss for John Sheets, actually. John Sheets lost a lot of time on that straightaway. Again, DRS will be activated this lap. Hunter Smith with a big run. He's going to get to the inside. Travis is going to send it into turn 1 and keep the lead.
Wow. What a
4 laps remaining. As John Sheets has fallen way off, he is now a second behind.
I think
he may be hanging back, waiting to see if those 2 wreck each other. Or just the pace is gone on that car. We do not know. Again, Travis holding on. Again, if Travis can hold on long enough, the soft tires will not make a difference. It will help. The wear will catch up to those mediums, and it will be nothing. Because the lifespan of the softs is supposedly 16 laps, but it gets unbearable around 9 laps.
Oh yeah.
For the mediums, it's a lifespan of 30 laps.
Oh, I thought Travis lost it.
Travis was a little loose, but look at the gain John Sheets has just made. He ran them down. He must have been harvesting ERS as he's now looking to get around Hunter Smith. A little wide, carried a little too much speed through that kink. Again, onto the front straightaway. This time, Hunter and John will have DRS on Travis.
A little bit in telegraphs.
Again, Travis going to try and break the draft down the front straightaway with the DRS on the Haas.
Here we go.
3 laps remaining. He's able to hold on. If Travis Van Oostendorp He's holding on strong here. 3 laps to go until he claims victory. His first one of the season, but Hunter gets a big, good run through the corner. Travis going a little wide through the corners. He's not hugging the rumble strip. He's giving them that lane below. Just trying to get the momentum off the corners and not trying to wear those tires. It's Chris Pacheco. This sets the fastest lap of the race. I guess he came back in and pit, forfeited the points to try and get the fastest lap of the race. Probably had damage and had to come in and pit.
Yeah.
And look at Fidel Fabian up in 5th. He's having a great run.
Him and Wolfgang battling.
Yeah,
Oh!
battling hard.
Fabian went off.
Again, like I said, into the spoon curve. Curve again. John Sheets went a little wide there. He lost a lot of time. Again, heading on to the... Again, Travis Van Oostendorp is holding on. Coming to 2 to go. A big run for Hunter Smith. John Sheets again lost a ton of time.
Still
2 laps remaining here in Suzuka. Can Van Oostendorp hold on, or will Hunter Smith take the win away from him? Into turn 1, a little wide. He's holding on. He's holding on. Van Oostendorp doing whatever he can to try and hold on to this win. What a battle between these two.
And this has this top 3 have been the best cars all race. John has fallen off the pace, so.
And Jared Bogley looks out of the session, and that's it. All 10 drivers remaining will score points.
Yay, Bogey! Hunter tried peeking in.
Hunter tried to peek it, wasn't able to do anything. I want to see if we can see Jared. Jared lost it in the S's, it looks like, and that was it for Jared Bogley's Suzuka run. Let's look at John Sheets. I think John's strategy is to back off, harvest the ERS, and then come right back at him.
Oh yeah.
So again, Travis holding on into the kink. A great corner for Hunter. He's looking. Hunter looking to the outside. Hunter Smith is going to take the lead.
Contact. Here comes John.
Here comes John Sheets. John Sheets out of nowhere to the lead. John Sheets to the lead. Here they go into turn 1. Travis, I just going to try to look to the inside. Not enough. John Sheets was third to first on the final lap. And there goes Hunter Smith off the racetrack. He's going to fall back to 4th, it looks like.
I don't think
Travis can get to him. A second back. That's it. John Sheets out of nowhere, harvesting the energy to pull off the move on the front stretch.
Wow.
Are you kidding me?
Oh, wow. He is just setting sail now. Only leading 1 lap, and that would be the most important lap, too.
We can't say that yet. He's still got 2 more sectors to finish.
2 seconds.
But again, John Sheets has not been out in the lead all race. This will be the first lap he's led all race, and it will be the most important one. The final lap. John Sheets onto the long straightaway. The fastest portion of the racetrack. John Sheets from 14th on the grid. He wrecked in qualifying. Into the final 2 corners.
Battle for second.
John Sheets through the final corner. John Sheets is going to win at Suzuka.
Hunter
second place will be Hunter
third.
Smith. Travis will finish 3rd. Keenan will get 4th. Finishing in 5th.
As let's get them in here. Wow. That. Here we go.
Heartbreak for Travis Van Oostendorp. Dominated the race just to give it away in the final couple corners and on the last lap. On the last lap. Heartbreak.
Wow.
But still a great run. Travis showed what he is capable of. Showed that he is a championship threat. What a run for these drivers again.
That was a very, very interesting race there at the end.
As let's take you through the final results. First place was John Sheets. Second place, Hunter Smith. Third was Travis Van Oostendorp. Fourth was Keenan Kimber. Fifth place, Donald Stern. Sixth place, Fidel Fabian. Seventh place was Jaden Howard. Eighth was Wolfgang Velpel. Ninth, Ryan Bogie. 10th was Christian Pacheco. 11th, Jared Bogley. 12th was Gabe Cazzola. 13th, Tim Olson. 14th was Nick Bingham. 15th was Braden Sisko. And does Jake count, John?
Jake maybe. Yeah, Jake does.
Okay, so Jake will finish in the 16th position. Once we get Hunter in here, we'll start doing post-race interviews. If Hunter joins. But what a race!
That
what
was
a race!
That was beautiful.
That was interesting.
So I guess we just gotta wait for Hunter to get in here before we start this.
He's joining.
Alright, sweet.
I invited him.
Hello, fellas.
Alright.
Hello, fella.
So, guess we'll start with third place, Travis Van Oostendorp. Travis. Strong run. That's the best I've seen you run on F1. Won the pole, dominated the race. So what do you have to say about the car?
All over the place in S's, and I didn't have another pair of softs. I don't know. That's about it. The car was fine everywhere else except spinning. I don't know. I tried my hardest.
And don't be disgruntled about that run. That was an outstanding run. The result doesn't show all of it. Good job, Travis.
Yeah.
Let's go to Hunter. Hunter, going into that final lap, you made the move on Travis. Did you even expect John to come catch you guys, or were you just like, did you just forget he was there?
Well, no, I knew he was there. He wouldn't have really probably had a shot at it if me and Travis didn't. We got kind of stuck together on the exit and allowed him to come through. But I knew he was there. He had a little bit of wing damage from when he made a little contact with me in the hairpin. So I wasn't particularly concerned about him, but he snuck through. He snookered both of us.
Yeah, good run today, Hunter. Very eye-opening to see the Haas's run well today.
Yes, me and Donald.
Yep. Let's go to our race winner, John. Wreck in qualifying, started P14, the first. Well, what words to describe this drive to the front today?
I have no words other than probably the only one I could say is determination. After that, after qualifying, we wrecked out because there was a car spun out and it spun right in front of us when we were on our lap, and just had to sit back. Moved our way through the field on the first lap. Just sat in the back, or sat like top 5 for a good portion. Kept getting screwed because of the safety cars. Then had the wing damage from when me and Hunter got together, and I just sat back and let them screw up for me.
Okay, I have another question for Travis. Sorry, we kept saying this all race, but those safety cars must have frustrated you. It seemed like every time you got out to a lead, the safety car came out.
I didn't really care except for the last one. The last one pissed me off because there was no retirement and I had the race won easily. I don't know. I just wish I didn't get hooked with Hunter, and I could have challenged him down into the first turn. But that's whatever.
I do
Overall,
have a
it's-
question for John. What was that whole stuff with Mr. Christian Pacheco?
Oh, where we were like going too wide every spot?
Yeah, with the
Yeah.
yeah.
Alright, so out of the sweeping left-hander, like the last part of the S's,
Yeah.
he shoved it in on me, so I just decided, you know what, if you're gonna shove it in areas that don't exist, I'm gonna do the same thing. So each time I got a run, I just put it somewhere that either looked stupid or, you know. And then in turn 1, he came down on me when I was under him, so... I mean, I was mad at it at the time, but I can't be now, considering the outcome of the race. But it was a fun battle till that issue happened. But yeah, it's racing that everyone wants to see.
And that's all I got. Just all the questions I had.
Just an overall exciting race to watch. It was exciting to see all the battles on track. Everyone who you could tell was giving 100%, and got to thank you guys on the podium for giving us an outstanding race. I mean, that was probably as much fun for me to watch as much fun as it was for you guys to drive that thing. And John Sheets is your winner in Suzuka. I'd like to thank you all for tuning into the stream, and I guess we'll see y'all next race.
The next race is Singapore, right?
Yep.
Yep, we'll see you next Sunday at Singapore, and maybe we'll have a third commentator next week. Matthew Stocks couldn't be here tonight, so Gaston last second coming in to take his place. So, want to thank you for that, and we'll
Anytime,
see
man.
you guys next week for the Singapore Grand Prix.